We're asking, what's the best thing about your mom?
I think that she's very nice and kind, and I love her, and she loves me.
Nice, that's great.
Say something nice about your mom.
Yo, her food is crazy.
I know his.
Welcome to the
People are fucking Boston. Shut up, people of Boston. Park the car in Harvard Yard. I'll tell you what, the people who do this podcast, whoever's listening, good shit. They're good shit. We're here with the people of Boston. They're beauties. We're chilling.
Episode 18 coming at you. Happy Mother's Day to the mothers and to you, Joe.
Shout out to MILFs.
Shout out to Mills.
And my mom.
Hey,
Happy Mother's Day.
Depends how you look at it.
Watch your mouth.
Mr. O'Rourke's a lucky guy. That's all I'm saying. Oh my God. Happy Mother's Day to everyone that is a mom. And even if you're not a mom, right? Is like, do you think it'd be rude to call somebody that's not a mom, but is like maybe like a motherly age?
Yeah, I call Alyssa MILF. So yeah, she's not a mom, but
well, you call her mommy. So mommy's
both. Yeah, both.
Mommy's day is a different day. Feed me. Oh my God! All right, so we're already NSFW. And welcome back to the People of Boston podcast. Quick story behind this podcast. Megan and I, my girlfriend, who normally records for me, she's great, went out and recorded. Oh, God. And we got some great audio. We're also going to be on Chaz and AJ on Monday, so the day that this comes out at 7:30. So if it's not 7:30 yet, tune into 99.1 PLR because we're going to be on there talking and sharing some clips. And we ran into a couple great people, including a homeless man. But I mean, I thought he was homeless, but he said he was very rich. He said he lives in New York and he lives in Boston. He says the reason why he's able to do that is because he's a Gemini.
Right.
He said a lot of like funny things. He went through this long rant about religion, about how it's like everyone has their own land and their own beliefs. And I said, "Oh, so you're a Catholic?" He goes, "Yep." Like he was just like really funny, like a character, like so funny. And we get back in the car after recording, and I go to listen to some of the audio, and there's no audio. So there's like 8 or 9 people that we talked to, and basically just have a video of them talking and no audio, and it's so I was pissed, honestly. Ruined my day.
Makes sense.
Joe and I had to go back out and record again, but we have some more good audio. I wish we had both, honestly, because both days were great in terms of the people we talked to. But yeah, so we had to do a little bit behind the scenes of like what goes on here. Not that anyone cares. But we got some great people coming up to talk about Mother's Day and Mother's Day related questions pertaining to their moms, right? So that's like the point of the show, since it does come out the day after Mother's Day. And we thought we would try to make it Mother's Day related but fun, right? So like one of the things we asked is, what's the best thing about your mom? So Joe, you could start if you would like.
Oh man, the best thing about my mom, she's very caring. And so we live in Boston, and my parents still live in Connecticut. So anytime we come home to visit, my mom always texts me well before we come home and is like, "What kind of food do you want me to get at the store?
Nice.
Anything that you guys need, let me know. I will get it for you." Like the last time I was home, I realized while I was home that I needed anti-dandruff shampoo. So putting myself on blast a little bit there. And I happened to mention that in front of my mother, and she ran right out to the store and she got it for me.
Wow.
So she's great, very caring. Always wants to make goes out of her way to make everybody else happy.
Yeah.
So that's the best thing about my mom. She's great.
That's nice.
What about you?
My mom is to start. My mom is great. I think she's a very like calming presence, especially in my family. She's the only. Same with your mom, the only woman, the only girl.
Yep.
And because I have a brother and then my dad, so it's like 3 guys and 1 girl. She's a very calming presence in that. She is always willing to kind of like, she always does nice little things. Like she'll send me like a little Valentine's Day gift. Send me like an Italy gift card, which is like really nice. You know, like just she'll do like things like that are like unexpected and very nice. But then the things that like almost like to kind of transition into like the worst things, because this is the next question we asked. What's the worst thing about your mom? One of the worst things is I tell my mom, well, I asked my mom, right? When I come home, like from college and stuff like that, or when I come home, just have like some American cheese ready. Because you know me, I like to snack on the American cheese. So I've asked her, just have like some American cheese ready so that when I come home, I can just snack on it. And if you think about it, I mean, of all the things to ask for, it's not like I'm even asking for a certain meal. Like, which, again, my mom's great because sometimes she will go out of her way to make certain meals if she asks. Like, do you want a meal? I'll tell the meal, she'll make it. But one thing she just can't seem to do is have like a half pound of American cheese sitting around. Which is literally $4 at the store, and she's going to the store, and I'm like, Mom, that's like my one favorite thing to do is just have a couple slices, like maybe even after the meal or before the meal.
Yeah.
It just, for some reason, that's what I like to do, and it's never there. So that's probably the worst thing about my mom, is that she just, my mom is great in so many big ways, but there's so many little ways that my mom just like kind of like can't, she won't get the American cheese, you know what I mean? Stuff like that.
That's a day ruiner right there.
It is for me, yeah. What about you?
Oh, God, the worst thing about my mom? There's this, like, running joke. There's one time my mom, we're, like, talking about, like, snacks and stuff.
Yeah.
My mom asked, have you ever had yogurt?
Yeah.
And I was in high school.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, yes, I've had yogurt.
Yeah.
How did you not know that I didn't ever try yogurt?
Yeah, don't belittle me about yogurt.
So she's a little bit oblivious sometimes about a couple of things. That's like the biggest thing. But yeah, she asked me when I was like 15 or 16 if I've ever had yogurt.
Yeah, so maybe she's just hoping that you didn't, because like she still sees you as a little kid almost, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe.
Do you think it's oblivious, or do you think it's that?
She's a little bit oblivious.
Oblivious.
More than that.
What do you think what else is she oblivious to?
Like technology, like communication, like I'll text her things, she'll be like, what?
Yeah, what does LOL mean?
Yeah.
Just kidding, Mrs. O'Rourke.
Some small stuff like that. She's great.
Yeah, all around, I have really nothing terrible to say about my mom, besides the fact that she forgets the American cheese. But come on, in the grand scheme of things, what's that, you know? I guess I just should bring my American cheese from now on. So that's the first question we asked people. How do you think we should do this episode? Because this question itself is very quick. Mm-hmm. So do you think we should go into the next one, or do you think I should like stop and put in people's answers right now?
I think you should stop and cut in what people like about their moms, and then
like and dislike.
Yeah.
All right. So let's go to that. What's your name?
Leo.
Leo? What's going on? What are you up to tonight?
Everything's cool. Going to work the park. I work outside on the sausage stand. One of the sausage stands. Been over there for 22 years.
Oh, no way.
Yeah,
What's the name?
I'm at Chi-Chi's, third stand down on the right on
Chi-Chi's. What's that like?
So it's all good. It's, everyone sells the same product. Sausage, hot dog, kielbasa, steak, chicken.
Yeah.
He's got most seniority, established 1972, 50 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Why is Chi-Chi's the best one out of all of them?
Well, Chi-Chi is, we're going to give you the best product for the best price. And the reason I say that is we're the only one who dragged the gas grill.
Oh, okay.
So we're cooking off the open flame.
Wow.
You smell the difference, you're going to taste the difference. You know what I mean? Everyone else is on that fry.
Oh, okay. They're on like the electric.
Yeah, it's gas, but it's like the griddle.
Gotcha. It's not
You know
like
what I mean? You're not getting, in your backyard, there's nothing better than a burger, steak tip, or sausage on the open flame.
Definitely.
It doesn't taste the same when you cook it in your kitchen.
Yeah. How is like doing all of that stuff out here, like outside, like getting everything ready? Do you have a lot of prep beforehand?
Yeah, we have a lot of prep, more so for the owner.
Okay.
I show up, collect the money back, and take care of business, but it's not an easy task in terms of, you say, prep. He's up at 10 in the morning,
yeah,
loading the truck, sausage, getting the fresh bread, blah, blah, blah. End of the day, going home. He's pulling in at 4 o'clock for a 7 o'clock game, and going home at 11:30 midnight and putting the stuff back in the freezer that's not cooked or whatever.
Yeah, geez.
Oh, it's a task.
It's a long
like
day.
Restaurant type business.
Yeah, seriously, and outside on the street, that's got to be a lot more difficult.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
because
for sure.
we have to, play by the rules inside. They're all protected. We've had, of course, because the season just started a few weeks back. First couple games, here comes the health department, checking temperatures, making sure everything's in the freezer that's supposed to be. And, things to that effect.
I'm sure that's a pain in the ass for you, but it's good to hear that that's almost going on, because then us as fans that are going by and buying stuff from you guys know that it's all
You're
good.
Getting it fresh and playing by. You have to. You don't want one person getting sick could ruin a business that's been in 50 years.
Yeah, seriously, you don't want to do that.
I mean? So yeah, we've always safety is paramount.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's really cool. It's nice to meet you.
Yes, you as well.
And then what we're asking people is about Mother's Day.
Yes.
It says Mother's Day is right around the corner.
Yes.
Are you married?
I am, 31 years.
Okay, nice. And do you have kids?
I have 3 boys.
Nice. How's your wife as a mother?
My wife as a mother is the best mother.
Best mother?
She's phenomenal.
That's great.
She has such a great relationship with my 3 kids who are 28, 22, and 20. We even like to hang out. We even go out to the bars or whatever. So it's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
different thing, you know what I mean? But great. The kids have been turned out great.
Awesome.
And I always thank my wife for that.
That's great.
I got the easy job going out and working 70 hours a week.
Yeah, yeah.
The woman who's at home with the kids.
Yeah.
I don't want to sound corny, but let me tell you right now, the women have the hardest job in the world.
Yeah.
I don't want to bore you, but I'm going to tell you a quick fact.
No, do it.
That in an average life, when a woman that gives birth naturally in terms of pain scale is a 10.
Yeah.
The average man, by the time he dies, doesn't hit a pain scale of 3.
Really?
So you have to respect the woman for what she does.
Yeah.
Just saying the facts.
Yeah, no, I mean, I've never seen a live birth, but I've seen it in movies. It doesn't look nice.
It hurts. I mean, if you get an 8-pound kid out of something that's like this.
Yeah, it's not gonna.
It's pretty easy to say.
Yeah, the math doesn't add up there.
No question. Yeah, so give them credit. Give the mothers credit.
Absolutely. It's nice of you to say. That's why we're doing this whole thing for Mother's Day.
No joke.
And I wanted to ask you, I don't know if your mother's still around.
My mother's around at
Awesome.
83, still yelling at me, so she's still feeling good.
Awesome.
You know what I mean?
That's
And I
great.
always tell people that because they ask me every day, how's your mother? How's your mother?
Yeah.
Still around.
That's awesome. That's
God
great to hear.
Yeah.
What's the best thing about your mom?
Best thing about my mom is that she's always supported me in everything I did.
That's awesome.
Even when I was goofing off back in college, I played hockey. I didn't get a lot out of the education. They always supported. I stayed in my house until the day I got married.
Yeah.
And I have 4 sisters as well, and she's very, very supportive for all the decisions that we made, and we turned out pretty good.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
That's
good
awesome. Now, it's nice of you to say that. What's the worst thing, though, about your mom? Maybe thinking back, maybe when she was young.
Yelling at me when I came in after sunrise. You know, if you get home before sunrise, it's key.
Yeah.
But you don't want to get home when mom and dad are at the table at 6:37 in the morning.
Yeah.
It's bad. And I'm talking young, 30 years ago. I'm going to be 60 this year. So
they're having breakfast and you're just getting home.
I am. And they're asking questions, as well as they should be.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? But we all were kids and we did what we did back in the day.
Oh, yeah, exactly. What's your name?
Lucas.
Lucas.
Eddie.
Eddie. Nice to meet you guys. My name's Matt. That's Joe.
Nice to meet you.
What are you guys doing today? What are you up to?
I'm going to work and I'm bringing him with me.
You go to work and bringing them with you. Where are you going? Where's work?
Game on, right down the street.
Oh, okay, nice. You work there?
Yep.
What do you do?
Bus.
Nice. It's gonna be packed tonight.
Yep.
Say-
Game against the White Sox.
Yeah.
Fuck them, because they took our name.
They took the White Sox, Red
Yep.
Sox. Yeah. Do you know who came first? I don't know. Probably Red Sox, right?
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Most
Red Sox were like one of the first teams.
Yeah.
Not my cup of tea, man.
It's the NBA guy. It's the NBA guy.
NBA guy.
Yep.
All right, so we're asking questions about Mother's Day today. Since
Yep.
Mother's Day is right around the corner. And we're
Sunday.
Yes, sir. We're asking, what's the best thing about your mom?
I think that she's very nice and kind, and I love her, and she loves me.
Nice. That's great.
Say something nice about your mom.
Yo, her food is crazy.
I know his mother.
What's the best food that she makes?
Rice.
Rice?
Beans. Rice and beans.
Oh, damn. That sounds
the
good.
classic, man.
That sounds good. I
Can't
love
go
her.
wrong.
Awesome, awesome. Now, what's the worst thing about your mom?
It goes to mad to nice. Like that.
She's got a little temper.
Yup, same. My mother is completely bipolar. I mean, one day she's the nicest person in the world, and the next she doesn't even want to speak to me. Yeah.
What's your name?
John Dealer
John Dealer.
from Billings, Montana.
From Billings, Montana. What brings you here? Why did you have it, like maybe probably sounds like a younger age, like such an affection for the Red Sox?
5 years old, I was collecting baseball cards, and Red Sox just became my team.
Yeah.
And the Minnesota Twins weren't there yet. When I was 9 years old, they came in.
Gotcha.
I got 2 favorite teams.
So you got the Twins, and they're playing tonight, right?
No, they're playing the White Sox.
Oh, they're playing the White Sox.
Yeah, they're good.
Okay. I mean, if we just saw someone with Twins gear on, maybe that's why I thought that. But
Probably.
so you're Twins and a Sox fan.
Yep, Sox first.
If Sox first, I was gonna ask if they play each other, you're rooting for the Sox.
Yeah, I can't lose on that one.
Yeah, definitely.
The way I look at it.
Are you married?
Yes,
Okay. Is she back in Montana?
she is.
Okay. You don't bring her out? She just didn't want to come.
I do. Her health
Oh, okay. Sorry to
not
hear
as
that.
good as mine.
Yeah, that's sad.
Yep,
Now, do you have children?
3 children.
Awesome. How is she as a mother? With Mother's Day right on.
Well, I got married the second time,
Oh, okay.
so she doesn't have any kids.
Oh, okay. So your first wife is who you have the kids with.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
How is she as a mother?
Awesome.
Awesome. She's
Awesome.
good.
Yep.
That's nice to hear. Even after maybe divorced that you guys still appreciate that. That's good.
Yep.
How is your mother? What's the best thing about her?
Unbelievable. Just low key and just was always there. Very kind, giving.
Yeah.
You name it. She was everything you'd want in a mother.
Always had your back?
Yeah.
That's great. Before we go too much into the nice stuff, what was some of the worst thing about your mom? Something that was maybe she did poorly at, or
I can't think of anything.
nothing?
No, my dad, that's a different story. But he was in the Marines World War II, and yeah, he was unique.
Yeah. What was he like?
Crazy wild man.
He's crazy? You have to be a Marine.
Front lines in the Marines in World War II, so no PTSD back then.
Yeah.
You know, but he was good.
Yeah.
He just a little wild. Wild Bill, they called him.
Yeah. Questions we got for you today are about Mother's Day. It's right around the corner. So we're asking you, what's the best thing about your mom?
Best thing about my mom is that we watch baseball together, so we always come and watch the Red Sox.
Okay, nice.
I was gonna say she's caring and really silly.
Caring and silly.
She's awesome.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's both good. Now, what's the worst thing about your mom?
She yells at me when my grades are bad.
So on your case, all right?
I'm trying to think. She's too caring.
Too caring. That was the best thing you said, though.
Yeah, you know, it comes and goes in waves.
How is she too caring in a bad way?
I guess she can be sometimes maybe overbearing.
Okay. All right. But in like a protective maybe way or something?
Yeah, exactly.
All right. What's your name?
Wednesday.
What is it?
Wednesday.
Wednesday? Mm-hmm. Wednesday, nice to meet you. I'm Matt.
Nice to meet you.
So you're obviously a mother. This is your little girl, right?
Yes.
How old is she?
She's 8 months.
8 months?
Yes.
What's it like being a mother?
It's nice. It's uplifting.
Uplifting?
Yeah.
What's the hardest part?
The crying.
The crying?
You get used to it.
What's the best part?
Waking up to her every morning.
Waking up? Mm-hmm. What's something funny that she does, maybe that...
She likes to stick out her tongue.
Sticks out her tongue at people? Yeah. She's looking at me. I think she's stuck it out at me. It's like this loser with glasses on.
All right. So that was some good answers. I think we had one of the girls said something that she liked best about her mom was how caring she was.
Yeah, a lot of great answers for the things you like. And to be honest, what was nice to see is a lot of people that we talked to, while brief in these clips, but even before the ones that were damaged, that didn't have any audio, a lot of people had a hard time figuring out something that they disliked about their mom. You know,
that's good.
It's you know, it's sweet, and everyone knows that moms are just something special. You know, so that's why we did the good and the bad to kind of make it funny also. But a lot of people almost came right up with something right away with nice, good thing about their mom.
Yep.
And then when it came to what's a bad thing about your mom, they had to sit there and think. You know, so that shows how great moms are.
Except for that one kid who said his mom was bipolar.
So my mother is completely bipolar. I mean, one day she's the nicest person in the world, and the next she doesn't even want to speak to me.
What do you like? What do you like best about your mom? Oh, how caring she is. Oh, what do you like the least?
Yeah.
Well, sometimes she doesn't talk to me.
He went right away. So he's a real guy. He knew right away. He was like, this is the good thing about her. This is the bad thing. He knew right away. He really appreciated all of his mom.
So we got some good answers there. The next thing that we're going to jump into is we asked the people of Boston, when's a time that you've lied to your mother?
Yes.
So this is a big one. Hard to admit because I do know that my parents listen to this.
Yeah,
but
same.
Sometime, I'll start off. A time where I lied to my mom. I mean, there's more than one.
Okay.
Of course. But... I feel like the biggest ones would have to be, what grade did you get on the test? Oh, I got an A. You know, everybody else failed. I got a C plus, but everybody else
the smartest
failed.
in the class.
Exactly. So
Well, it got harder to lie about that once Power School and all those other.
My mom, but the thing is, my dad checked Power School. My mom didn't.
Oh.
So anytime I needed to be in the good graces of my mother, I knew she wasn't checking that, and I could tell her baloney.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so I guess grades in school I would lie about if I did poorly. Having people over when they're away. I did that a couple times, Mom. You having anybody over? No, just me.
Yeah.
The basement's on fire.
Project X party.
Having people over. Oh, and the where are yous. Not that she really ever. It was really more so my dad that always asked like where I was, and I was always like pretty truthful about that. But if he wasn't there for whatever reason, I was communicating with my mom, I wouldn't even bother getting into like where I was
back
or what
and
I was.
forth of it,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. So I'm at Billy's house. You know?
And you were at
And
the
I was,
bar.
yeah.
15 years old.
Yeah, exactly. My dad's expired ID. This says you're 47. Yeah, well, you know, I'm young for my age.
I'm Chinese.
It's my skin.
That's good.
Let's kick it over to you, Matt. When have you lied to your mother?
So, besides the same as you with like the white lies, as well as the like, where are you? Like, you know, I'm here, but I'm not there. I also couldn't really get away with that easily because I had Life 360 in high school, so I was constantly being tracked. And I was smart with it. I would leave my phone where I said I was and go somewhere else.
Or I would
mode, or I would turn it off, and then they would text me. They would be constantly looking. So what I would normally do is if I was gonna go somewhere else, I would go to where I said I was gonna go, put my phone there, like in the mailbox. I'd done this before. Like I'd say I'm going to this person's house, put my phone in their mailbox, tell like the kid, I'm leaving my phone in your mailbox, just like let it sit there, and then go somewhere else, phoneless. So I had no phone, but I would get away with it. Another lie that was pretty big that I got away with, and I recently told my parents this, was my girlfriend in high school. What I would do is I found a way, and I did this 3 or 4 times, to sneak her into my house while my parents were there without them knowing. So we would maybe come back, it would be like late, and the door to my garage that goes into the house also has a door below it that goes to the basement. So we would, and when you open a door in my house, it goes like the alarm, like just a little quick beep. So we would open the doors at the same time. She would go into the basement and basically sit there for like an hour, and I would go upstairs and hang out with my family and like bullshit around and blah blah blah. They just know I'm home. But my ex-girlfriend was in the basement and like literally just sitting there, like waiting for me to give her like the okay that like my parents went up to bed. So this is like the scariest 30 seconds of your life when you're walking up the stairs, because I'm like, oh fuck. If they open the door right now for any reason, and we're caught red-handed. So I would then, like, my parents would go to bed, and then I would say, you know, to my ex-girlfriend, like, it's okay, you can come up now. She would come up, we would go up the stairs to my room, and then we would like, then that would be it.
And then what?
So now we're secure, at least for the night. Like, now she's over. But then there was the difficult part of in the morning. Like, how do I explain that she's here now? So what we would do is wake up at like 6:30 in the morning and go downstairs and start making food, right? And then because my mom wakes up wicked early. My mom wakes up at like 6:30. So we try to wake up before her. So I'd like wake up early, see if she was there, hear if she was there, and then if she wasn't down yet, we would sneak down quick. And then my mom would come down, and we'd be down there having breakfast. And she'd be like, oh, what are you doing? I'm like, oh, Alicia just wanted to come over early. We're going to have breakfast and, like, just hang out. And she'd be like, oh, hello, how are you? Little did she and my dad know she'd been there the whole night. And this happened, like, 3 or 4 times. I got away with it. And I actually never got caught. And I just recently told my parents that, and they kind of thought it was funny, like, at this point. Like, it was like, it's over now. Because not to pat myself on the back, Joe.
I would,
but pretty
good job.
Pretty clever, I believe, of a way to get around the whole thing. And yeah, so that was probably my biggest lie. Was that in the morning my mom would come down and say, oh, like, and I would lie and say like, she just came over this morning, like whatever. At least that I can think of. I'll have to talk to my parents this weekend on Mother's Day and see if they can remember a bigger lie. But that's it for us. Let's kick it to the people on the streets of Boston and see what their biggest lie was to their mom. To be honest, ahead of time, I don't think it was anything spectacular, if I remember. It wasn't anything that wowed us like I was hoping for. But what are you going to do? Let's see what people lied about to their mom. Happy Mother's Day. What's your name?
I'm April.
April?
I'm Kara.
April and Kara. What are you guys doing today?
We're going to get a Brazilian wax.
Oh, okay. All right, exciting stuff. You're on your way there right now?
Yeah.
Okay, great. You guys have a vacation plan or something?
No,
we're just going to a frat tonight.
Oh! Going to a frat tonight. Gotta get ready. What frat you guys going to? I'll give them a heads up.
PB fucking E.
I don't know what that is, but I'll find their number. I'll call them and say, I got 2 Brazilians coming at you. You're not going to the game?
No, I'm going Sunday.
Okay. That's fun. You guys go to school around here?
Yeah, we go to Simmons University.
Nice. That's awesome. How do you like it?
I hate it.
You hate it?
I really like it.
Is that why you're going to a frat to get away from all the girls?
I'm actually transferring in the fall.
Oh, okay. Are you guys friends, roommates?
Friends and roommates.
Friends and roommates. Look at that. That works out, huh? Time you lied to your mom. Maybe you got away with it, maybe you didn't. But do you have anything good there? Yours was kind of a lie.
I always lied about being alone with my high school boyfriends. But I did get away with it most of the time.
Yeah. Except for that one time? Is that the only time you got caught?
Yeah.
I was talking about this with Kara earlier, but my favorite thing to do is when like she asks if I'm going out, and she's like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, I'm gonna go out and party all night, Mom. I'm gonna go black out. And she's like, "Oh, you're so funny."
Oh, so you tell the truth.
It's not a lie, but
you tell the truth, but she thinks it's a lie.
Yeah.
My mom just knows. she texted me the last time we went out, and she asked me if I was hungover. So she just knows.
Yeah. What are you gonna do at this point? When was the time you lied to your mom and maybe you got away with it or got caught? Can you think of something like big that you lied to her about?
I don't do a lot of lying, but I'm gonna try to think if it's not lying, but another college story. Freshman, I got a tattoo.
Okay.
So then my parents came up to visit because I was never in drama in high school, but the drama teacher who was also the soccer coach up in college pulled me aside because of maybe a personality thing and said you'd be good for this part in Grease, the musical.
Yeah.
So now we're there, and all of a sudden, maybe it was Chicago. Either way, now they come up to see me, and I'm gonna outfit that expose my tattoo.
Yeah.
And they did not know I had the tattoo.
What's the tattoo of?
It's just a snake. It was a,
okay.
For all Milwaukee's, go get a $50 tattoo. It's not like the kids get the sleeve.
Yeah.
It's something just to do as a, immature freshman in college.
Yeah, definitely. What was their reaction to that?
Oh, she didn't like it at all, just because I didn't tell her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's all about communication, and to this day, I tell my kids, just tell me.
Yeah.
Just tell me. But
we'll figure it out later as long as I know.
Absolutely. You got to just speak the truth.
All right, well, how about a time you lied and maybe got away with it or maybe didn't? But can you think of a time you lied to your mom?
I hope you're talking to her, right?
Both of you guys.
Oh no, never. I'm not answering that one.
Why not?
Because she'll find this for sure. Whether or not we had girls over or something. Any girls there? No.
That seems like a good-hearted lie. At least it wasn't something evil or wasn't bad.
Lied about having toxic substances in my pocket.
What substances? Weed?
Oh, no comment. If I didn't know, I would know.
Okay.
Yeah, currently my mother only thinks I vape. Nope. I smoke weed on the regular, in her house too. I hope that she doesn't see this, and if she does, I'm extremely sorry and ashamed of myself. Yeah, but she doesn't think I do it.
How do you get away with it? Because it has a potent smell, obviously. How are you able to get away?
I mean, I really just open my window and Febreze.
You do the what's it called? Those sheets that you put in the dryer. The
dryer sheets. It's like
the dryer sheet in the tube of toilet paper.
Nah, I just usually wait for her to go to sleep.
Oh, gotcha.
Yep.
Gotcha. You think she'd be pissed at you if you were smoking out that window?
Oh yeah, she'd try to fucking kill me. Yep.
She would.
Yeah.
Okay, so I feel like, there wasn't a lot to work with there. We had
some classic answers.
Some classic, and some people didn't even want to say.
Yeah.
Some people were like, I don't want to say that anything.
that I ever lied to my mom about anything.
It's also tough. Like, Joe, you and I sat here for maybe like a couple of minutes just sitting and thinking, like, what should we say? What should we say about the lie? It's tough to come up with one right on the top of your head unless it maybe just happened,
Yeah.
because I know that we had to sit there and think, not only are we going up to these people on the streets that we're asking and like abruptly stopping them and then asking them to think, it's like there's no time to really even think. So maybe it's a tough question to answer because of that, the reason that, you have to dig deep for a memory. But another thing we asked is a time you got in trouble with your mom. Again, we're taking Mother's Day as a holiday. We're trying to take the time to appreciate our mothers, but also like get some funny maybe content, like maybe some good stories out of it. So we're asking people a time that they got in trouble from their mom and what happened. And I'll start, if that's all right. I'll tell my story. So when I was in high school, I would chew tobacco, Red Man Golden Blend specifically. Yes, didn't have to do that with the Red Man, luckily, but you didn't. It was just a pouch.
You just stole my thunder.
I know what it is. But so Red Man Golden Blend was my favorite. I learned not only was it's not good for you, right? But it's also makes you a little more unattractive to girls, and I need all the help I can get, right? So I quit that basically after, in high school. But in high school, I would dip. My parents, I think, had a sneaking suspicion of this. But one night, my friends Tom and Jake came over. We ended up getting hammered off Burnett's vodka in the basement, and while I was hammered, I thought I need to get food in me, because I was like, I'm really drunk. I need to get some food. And I went and ate a whole sleeve of Oreos in the basement before I went up to go to bed because I'm like, I need something to like cushion this alcohol. I ended up going upstairs and proceeding to puke, and I ran to the bathroom. I felt it coming, ran to the bathroom, and missed the toilet on some of it and puked in the bathroom. And so I'm like, fuck, and I'm like really drunk. I'm like sitting there, like I went after and sat down. I'm like, oh my god, like I gotta clean that up now. Like I was like, it was not good. And so I went and started trying to clean it up. I did the best I could, but it clearly wasn't good enough. The next day I had work at the Curtis House restaurant at like fucking like 9 a.m. But at the time I was like, I woke up, boom, right to work, go ahead. I'm at work all day. I come back around like 4 o'clock, and sitting at my spot on the table, you know how everyone has a spot at their dining room table? Sitting at my spot on the table is a pamphlet about probably like 15 pages thick about a guy who had died because of chewing tobacco. Now I'm like, how do they know? Why is this coming up now?
Yeah.
Like, did they see me like doing it? Did they find like a bag of the tobacco? Like, how do they know? So I was probably still drunk even, and I went up to my mom immediately with the packet. And I would go, who put this on my spot at the table? She said, I did. I'm like, why? Like, why did you put this there? She goes, I saw the stains in the bathroom. I knew what you guys were doing was dipping, and you guys Jake and Tom, all were putting dips in and spitting into the toilet. So she thought that all three of us for our Friday night sat around a toilet with a dip in, and we're all going and spitting into the toilet. The problem is my puke, because I just ate a whole sleeve of Oreos, was black. So the stains that the puke had left, like kind of like that I didn't fully clean up, were dark colored. So she already had a sneaking suspicion, I think, that I was dipping, and then saw like a kind of black stain in the bathroom. Really not a terrible assumption. Yeah. But also weird to think that the three of us would do that. Like, why would we all just... She goes, you, Jake, and Tom were all standing around the toilet spitting into it. And I'm like, that's exactly what happened.
No booze involved.
Yeah, I didn't want to tell her that I was drinking and got drunk and ate a whole sleeve of Oreos and puked it up. So I just took the blame for the dipping on that one, even though the real truth was I ate a whole sleeve of Oreos and puked the night before. So that was but I got in big trouble because then like my dad got involved and was like that's not good for you. It was a whole lecture after that because I admitted to that's what we were doing. It was a whole lecture of how that's not good for you, how that's so bad, and which it is, of course, right? But like, you shouldn't be doing this is not right, all this stuff. So I got a lecture about tobacco usage after that, which, can't blame him for doing that. But that's my time I got in trouble.
So it's hard to beat that, and I'm going to tell you right off the rip, I'm not going to be able to top that story. That's a funny story. Now, the time that I really... My mom was, like I said to you in our commercial break here.
Yes.
My mom was not the disciplinarian, so there were very few times that something happened. It was just me and my mom had to deal with it. But there was this one time, I think I was either 11 or 12 years old in Little League. My mom's at my base. I'm playing a baseball game. My mom's at the game.
Yep.
My dad's coaching, so he's far away from like home plate in the dugout, and so he's down like either the first or third base line, whatever. And I strike out in this at bat. Okay. And I was that
was the story of my life. I sucked at baseball. Yeah. You were good though. You were good.
After I was like 11 or 12, I did okay, but I come back in after striking out. I throw my helmet on the ground.
Yeah, pissed off.
I'm so pissed, right? Yeah. Because I know, of course, I'm going to get a lecture too about how I swung at a ball or looked at a strike right in front of me, and struck out. But throw my stuff in the dugout, and there's other parents too. you know, along the dugout, whatever. And my mom's right there, and I don't really notice her. I'm just so pissed off that I just struck out, but she's really like right at the entrance to the dugout.
Yeah.
So after I slammed my stuff down, I said, Jesus F. Christ.
Wow, you took
the whole thing. Not only did I take the whole Lord's name in vain, I also dropped an F-bomb when I was 11.
Yeah.
So she goes, I heard you. And that's the only thing she said, and it scared the piss out of me, right? And I'm like, oh my, she's gonna tell my dad. My dad's gonna kick my ass. It's gonna be this whole thing. But what ended up happening is she didn't tell my dad. And when he was out doing whatever he was doing, it might not have even been that same day.
She waterboarded you.
Yeah, exactly. She choked me with a belt. She took my phone for like a week, and my dad like didn't know.
Wow.
So she had my phone for a week. She actually asked me, this is funny. She said, "What do you think your punishment should be?" And I'm, trying to play dumb. For what?
Yeah.
This was like the next day, and she's like, "For what you said at the baseball game." And yeah, I was like, I don't know. I guess you should take my phone because I love my, when you're 11 or 12, whatever.
Yeah.
You're on your phone all the time. I'm like, I guess you should take my phone. So she took my phone for a week.
Wow, that's
and
a
that
long
was like
time, too.
and she didn't tell anybody. So that was cool. Shout out mom for not telling
What do you,
dad.
you think your dad would have been more pissed?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he definitely would have been more mad. But then after that, in like high school and stuff, I feel like I owned up to a couple of things that we're not going to get into, and I got in trouble for. Yeah. But that was
Grand
not
Theft Auto.
Yeah. What were you doing at Bobby's house the other night? Playing GTA?
Yeah.
Well, you're 12, so you can't do that. I owned up to a couple things, but that was not between me and my mother, but that was the one time she was definitely like disappointed that I would like use that kind of language, but you guys sent me to public middle school, so what'd you expect?
Yeah, come on. I think I would just laugh. I mean, I think I would give a discipline, but I'm sure your mom, if she was here, would probably say the same thing. Like, she thought it was funny.
Yeah.
Because it's like a little kid, like little Joe, 11 years old, slamming the helmet. Fuck! It's got to be funny It's got to be funny to see your kid do that. Like, you got to laugh. But then like, your job as a parent, you have to let them know that, like, you can't do that. So then you would have to go be the bad guy. But I'm sure that it is funny. Like, I can't imagine myself in that same situation not laughing like at my kid. I would of course do the same thing as your mom, as like there's a form of punishment that has to come. But that's like I hear my dad, we talk about stories of like discipline, because like you said, my dad was a disciplinarian too, of like him having to discipline us, but him laughing about what he's disciplining us for, because he's like, it's so funny, but I have to let you guys know that like you can't act like this.
Right.
But and that's gonna be the tough thing, I think, for me, because I'm somebody that if something's funny, I'll laugh like right away. I'm gonna have to learn to maybe control that. But anyway, I mean, I think that speaks for itself. We both obviously got in trouble. I think everyone has. That's why I think the question is funny and unique, and we're trying to wrap it in with Mother's Day. So let's hear how people got in trouble by their mom.
We do have a few good answers for this one.
Yes, definitely. Let's get into it. What about a time that you guys got in trouble? Your mom caught you, you got in trouble by your mom. Do you have a story with that?
Well, one time in high school, I wasn't supposed to be with my boyfriend alone, and I wasn't. She caught me, and that didn't end well.
How did she catch you?
Well, she came home and he was there.
Oh, so he was at your house?
Yeah.
And no one was home?
Yeah.
Okay, and she didn't like that. Did she catch you guys in the middle of something, or?
No, but his parents did.
His parents caught you. How'd that go down?
Well, very quickly, I just sat up and just...
Good for him, just like any other guy.
Yeah, pretty much.
So what happened that you're at your boyfriend's house?
I just really covered it up really quick, pulled the blanket up.
Oh, okay. Jeez. So did you take action? He didn't?
It wasn't really any action. The blanket was just pulled up and it was just ignored, and we were like, hey, what's up? But then his dad came and sat on the bed, and that was really awkward.
Oh! While you guys were naked under the bed?
Yeah. But, he left quick. It was
Do you think he did that on purpose, or do you think he didn't know?
I think he definitely did it on purpose.
Oh my God, yeah. That'll leave a scarring memory.
Yeah.
What about you? A time you got in trouble?
No, I got very distracted by that story. I'm trying to think. I mean, after prom, I did black out right before my AP Calc exam, and she wasn't really happy about that.
How did she know? Did she see you blacked out?
No, she heard things. Parents are very gossipy in our little town.
What happened? What did you do that night that got around all the parents?
I don't don't know.
That you were fucked up?
Yeah, I threw up in the woods, allegedly. I don't know.
It's all allegedly,
Yeah.
hearsay. How'd you do on the AP Calc final?
I got a 2 out of 5.
Okay.
Fail.
So it's not passing, right?
Yeah.
You need a 3, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. All right. Do you think you would have passed it if you weren't hungover?
I like to think I would, but
Okay.
probably not.
Yeah, who knows? We caught you in the middle of
So the
something.
biggest time I got in trouble is, again, a kitchen table story.
Yeah.
I was senior in high school, and I went to visit the college up in Bedford, Maine, University of New England.
Okay,
That
yeah.
I ended up playing hockey at for 4 years.
That's a great school.
Right, and I got myself in a little bit of trouble because the upperclassmen I was hanging with end up getting in trouble for stealing lobster traps.
Oh,
Which are great tables for the dorm rooms.
Gotcha,
All right, put a
gotcha.
Hunter Plexi on it. It's great. So I got out of it because of the fact that they just said, I played dumb and said I thought we were just pulling over to use the restroom. So now,
Yeah.
make a long story short, I had a hitchhike home, which was the only time I ever hitchhiked in my life. 'Cause
Jesus.
I drank my bus money, okay? But now, when I got pulled into the police station, because I was 17, they end up having to call my parents to get me out because I had no
You're minor.
guardian up there,
Yeah, yeah.
and I wasn't 18. So I, on top of drinking my bus money, I came home knowing my mother was going to be at the kitchen table waiting for me, and I got myself in a lot of trouble.
Do you get I don't know if your mom would use the paddle or the belt
Yeah,
or
well,
just
we all did belts. We all victims of the belts back then. So we're talking 70s and early
Yeah.
80s. So that's how it was then.
Yeah.
And it worked because the kids today don't have the respect that that today. Because I'm old school.
Yeah.
I couldn't hit my kids now in fear of
Yeah,
them
they'll come
calling
get 'em.
911 on me.
Yeah, they'll come get
but
you.
That's why the kids are running around and doing the wrong things right
Yeah, wearing makeup and stuff.
No joke. Yeah, no joke. Absolutely. You're right.
When was a time that your mom got really mad at you? Can you think of any time? You did something wrong maybe and she got mad?
Yeah. I was like 18 and still lived at home. I just graduated from high school, and my buddy and I had a little too much to drink in the backyard. And she wasn't real happy when she saw all the grass stains on my white underwear back then. True story.
Were you sliding around or what happened?
Oh yeah, we were drinking blackberry brandy,
Blackberry brandy, yeah.
We were a little crazy. My best buddy and I.
Did she scream or did you get the belt or what was the punishment?
No, it's still nothing. She goes, "What were you doing?" Oh, Andy and I were practicing our baseball slides. Yeah.
Can you remember something you did to piss her off?
Getting in trouble in school.
What's the story behind that? What'd you do?
I smacked a teacher on the ass. Yep.
Male or female?
Male. Yep.
What happened? Were you just playing around with him or did he do something to piss you off?
No, it was his last day, so I smacked his ass and told him good game. And
yeah, that's...
the female teacher started bitching. Got me in trouble. The dude really didn't have a problem.
I wouldn't either, yeah. It's just you're being cool. You're just saying...
Yeah, it was his last day.
Yeah. Damn. How much trouble you get for that?
I had to sit down and have a long talk with the principal. They had a psychiatrist come speak to me. Yep. They think something's going up here.
You're just saying good game. You're just saying good job.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yep.
What about you?
Wait, what's the question?
A time you got in trouble by your mom.
Alright, this is something old, but I broke a window.
In your house?
Nah, at school.
In the bathroom.
In the bathroom? Were you trying to smoke something?
Nah, I was trying to throw my water bottle out the window, but it broke the glass.
It was a metal water bottle. They gave it to us.
It's completely shattered?
Yeah.
What happened with that?
Got my ass beat. like my shit was numb after that. I couldn't even feel my ass after that, bro.
Belt, paddle, hand. What was it?
Everything. Fucking, I ain't got that shit thrown at my head. Fucking, I don't even know, man.
Are you guys brothers? Or just
friends? We're best friends.
This is my blood, though. Blood from another mother.
For like 5 years. We knew each other since the 6th grade.
Awesome. Well, that about wraps up our Mother Day episode. Happy Mother's Day to everybody.
Absolutely.
I know I love you, Mom. I'm sure, if you want to say something to your mom, Joe.
Love you, Mommy.
You talking to Alyssa or?
And my mom.
There's a soft place in our hearts for moms. Obviously, they're irreplaceable, and it's they're just people that make the world go round.
They do.
And Joe, I mean, do you have any final closing statements on our Mother's Day episode?
I do. So, of course, because it is Mother's Day, it's a special episode, special day.
Yes.
We do have to end with a Mother's Day related joke. Are you ready, Matt?
I'm ready. Yeah,
all right.
I'd love to.
Matt, here we go. What do you call a high school senior girl in Alabama?
High school senior girl in Alabama. I'm thinking Sharon.
A MILF.
Have a good one.
You too.
Say goodbye.
Yeah, goodbye.
I've been in instances where in classroom participation, I'll raise my hand and say, 2 + 1's 3. And everybody class will, 3, ha, ha.